Hey teachers, I'm going to show you a few important things to know about using GradeTransferer with your Aspen gradebook that can help you troubleshoot in case you run into any issues. Let's get started. If GradeTransferer is not able to fill or grab the names in the Aspen gradebook, the first thing we want to check is our view settings. We really want to make sure that we have a column that is the name column and the students' names show up as blue hyperlinks, not plain black text, but these blue hyperlinks. And so if we either don't have this column visible or it's showing up without the blue hyperlinks, then we can adjust this here. We go to the grid button next to the help button, and you can click manage field sets. Here you can either edit an existing field set or create a new one. Either way, when you are creating or editing your field set, it's very important that we have the name field. Now it falls under the student section, and there are a lot of fields to choose from, so it can be helpful to just search name and find it. There we are, name. You want to add this to your selected fields. And then also within your selected fields, anything that you have in there is fine, but just make sure that name is at the top so you can adjust it by using your up and down buttons. So when you have the name field selected and you have it up at the top, as well as anything else you want to be able to see, just click save. And then when we have this field set selected, you will have your view settings in a way that is going to work with GradeTransferer. And then for your grade columns, if you have a lot of assignments in your Aspen gradebook, it can cause GradeTransferer to interact a little bit slowly with your Aspen page. So you can actually filter down and choose a different category to have less assignments visible on the page. Obviously, make sure that whatever assignment you want to grab or fill to is visible on the page so that you can click into that column so GradeTransferer knows which assignment to interact with. The last thing I'm going to show you is how GradeTransferer uses color in the grade cells to show you that they've saved. So for example, when I fill into this assignment, I'm going to see that everything turns yellow, but then it turns back to gray as it saves automatically in my gradebook. Sometimes grades do not save and then the cell will stay yellow. Let me show you an example. In this assignment, when I go to fill, I will see that one of my cells saved, but the rest are yellow. And the reason for this is because this assignment is only worth 15 points, and I have entered scores that are above that point value. So if your cells stay yellow, it could be that you have entered a grade value that is not allowed based on the way you have the assignment set up. Another reason why your scores might stay yellow is if you are entering scores that are the same as what you've already entered. Let's take a look here. I've entered all the same scores into the column that were already there. For that reason, GradeTransferer and Aspen do not need to update the gradebook. They are not going to save, and that is why they're going to stay yellow. The last reason why your grade cells might stay yellow is because there is not a match or a grade filled for that student. Perhaps there's a name discrepancy between their names in each of your gradebooks, or perhaps you didn't grab a grade for that student. Maybe they weren't on the roster in the gradebook where you were grabbing from, or maybe they didn't complete the assignment. Either way, if there's no grade to fill or no match made, then that cell will stay yellow for the student. If you run into any other issues using GradeTransferer with Aspen, take a look in our knowledge base. You can learn about all of our features and any error messages that might pop up. That's all for now. Happy transferring.